Big moves are happening in the NBA, and the Utah Jazz have found a way to benefit once again. In a blockbuster 4-team trade, the Golden State Warriors have acquired Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat, while the Jazz have landed veteran point guard Dennis Schroder and a valuable future draft pick. So here's how it all went down. The Warriors, looking to add firepower, finally got their hands on Butler, a player who had grown increasingly frustrated in Miami. In exchange, Golden State sent Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick to the Heat. Meanwhile, the Jazz played their role as facilitators, taking on Schroeder's expiring contract while shipping PJ Tucker off to Miami. For their troubles, Utah gets a 2031 second-round pick, which could end up being quite valuable depending on how things unfold. Now, what does this mean for the Jazz? Well, they weren't necessarily in the market for a player like Schroder, but his contract is expiring, which gives them flexibility moving forward. The real prize here is the draft pick, continuing Utah's strategy of stacking future assets. Schroder is earning $13 million this season, slightly more than Tucker's $11.5 million. But for taking on that extra salary, the Jazz secured a future asset that could pay dividends down the line. The big question now is whether Schroder will actually suit up for Utah. The trade went down just before the Jazz's game against the Warriors, leaving everyone, including players and coaches, scrambling to process the news. As of now, there's no confirmation on whether the veteran point guard will take the court for Utah or if he could be moved again before the trade deadline. Meanwhile, the Warriors wasted no time locking up their new star. Butler, who had been vocal about his dissatisfaction with Miami's front office and roster decisions, quickly agreed to a 2-year, $121 million extension with Golden State. The Warriors are clearly all in on making a deep playoff run with Butler, alongside Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. This trade also highlights Butler's rocky tenure in Miami. Despite his undeniable talent and leadership, he had already been suspended 3 times this season, and his relationship with the organization had clearly soured. Now, with a fresh start in Golden State, he's hoping to help the Warriors contend for another championship. With the NBA trade deadline looming, this deal could be just the beginning of more moves to come. The Jazz, always looking ahead, continue to gather assets while staying flexible for the future. Whether Schroeder stays or goes, one thing is clear. Utah is making smart plays to set themselves up for long-term success. Stay subscribed for more videos.